Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing my January wrap up, and January was actually not a bad month. It started off kind of slow because I was in a bit of a reading slump, but I think I'm starting to make my way out of my slump. So I read 5 books. Well, technically one of them I finished today, which is February, but I'm going to include it in my January wrap up anyway. So yeah, let's get right into it. The first one I'm not going to really talk about because I did a review of it already. So I'll leave a link down below to my review for this one. And it's Laughing at My Nightmare by Shane Burkaw. And I really enjoyed this one. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, I'll leave a link to my review in the description below. But the next book that I read was Frostbite by Rochelle Mead. And this is the second book in the Vampire Academy series. The first book, Vampire Academy, I read, I believe, 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember. It was right before the movie came out because I wanted to read it before I saw the movie. So it was right before then. And the first one, I actually didn't really enjoy that much. I felt like it was like a vampire version of Mean Girls. There was just too much like high school drama, cattiness going on for me to really like it. I mean, the parts where there was more going on behind the fact I did like, but it was just too much high school drama in the first one. But I did enjoy this one a lot more. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. This one has much less of that high school teen drama. There's still some of it in there, but much less than the first book. And this one pretty much starts off with Rose and Dimitri. They are, I think it's like Rose was going to like do some kind of testing or something. I can't remember for sure. I think she was going to be like tested for something for, part of her guardian training. And so her and Dimitri go to this Moroi family's house, the Badika, I think is how you say it, the Badika family. So they go to their house because one of the guardians there is going to be talking to Rose. And when they get there, they pretty much find that everyone there has been killed. The Badikas have been killed, their guardians, even the staff, everyone's been killed. And so pretty much everyone's kind of on high alert now. Everyone at the school at St. Vladimir, all the guardians, they're all on high alert and trying to figure out, why we pretty much know the Strigoi are behind the attacks, but we don't know why they've banded together or why they're working with humans, which they find out in the beginning that they had to be working with humans to break through the wards. So there's a lot they're still trying to figure out and piece together. So I did enjoy this a lot more. There was a lot more mystery, a lot more action and adventure in this book, so I enjoyed it a lot more. And I did like the parts with Rose and Dimitri. I just really love them together. And, they introduced, I I'm forgetting his name now. They introduced another guy in here now. I'm forgetting his name now. That's how much I don't really care about this other character for now. But you can tell he's gonna be like the second love interest for Rose, because there's always gonna be love triangles in these things. And so, yeah, I really don't care about him so much, but I don't know, maybe he'll grow on me. But I'm loving Rose and Dimitri together. Also, I really liked the character development in this book, and I loved seeing how Rose's relationships with each character sort of changed and progressed over time. Especially her and her mom, because her mom is in this one, and her and Mia, I think. Her and Mia are, are pretty much enemies, but their relationship from the beginning of the book to the end of the book changes drastically, especially when they're put in the situation where they're kind of forced to work together. And so it just changes drastically. And that was interesting to watch. And also seeing Rose interacting with her mom and how her relationship developed and changed over the course of the book. That was interesting as well. So, like I said, I really enjoyed this one, and I definitely can't wait to read the third book, which I'll be doing this month. And so, this next book, before I show you, so pretty much what I've done is I wrote down on these like little sticky post-it notes. I wrote down like different reading challenges and different books that have been on my TBR for a long time, and wrote them down, put them in this jar. So every month I would pick one out of the jar and read whatever book it is, or whatever challenge it was. I would do it for that month. And so in January I did that, and the challenge that I drew out was read a book that you can finish in one day. So I pretty much chose Time Traveling Fashionista at the Palace of Marie Antoinette. And this is a middle grade book, and it's got some cool illustrations in here. I can find them. But it's got some pictures in here. It's only 250 pages, so it's like, I can read this in a day and be done, which I did. And so pretty much this book is about a girl named Louise who finds this dress at a vintage vintage clothing shop, and it transports her back in time to the palace of Marie Antoinette in France. And so pretty much it goes through her time there, getting to know Marie Antoinette, and spending time with her, becoming friends with her, and just doing things that you would normally do with a friend, playing games, shopping, having tea parties, and all that stuff. And so this one I gave a 2 out of 5 stars. I just thought there would be more to this, and it was kind of disappointing. I felt like nothing interesting really happened other than her going back in time and being in France and meeting Marie Antoinette. I felt like there just wasn't anything really interesting. And at the beginning of this book, she gets a history she's in her history class, and her teacher's talking about how Marie Antoinette was killed, beheaded at one point. And so you're thinking, as you're reading this, you're thinking, okay, maybe she's going to try and stop it from happening, even though I'm sure you probably can't, because you can't really change history. Or maybe she's going to try to warn her or try to do something. But, just, I felt like nothing really happened. Nothing interesting happened. And so, yeah, I was disappointed with this one. And then the next book I'll show you guys. The next one I read was Selection by Kira Cass. And this one, a couple of my friends have read it and loved it. They've been telling me, you gotta read it, you gotta read it. So I finally picked it up and read it. And I did really like it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. And basically, this book is basically like The Bachelor, but the guy is the Prince of Aaliyah. And there are 35 girls competing to marry him. So that's pretty much the premise. Of course, America in the beginning, she doesn't even want to be in the selection. She doesn't want to compete to marry the prince. Her family kind of talks her into signing up. She is actually in love with someone else, so she doesn't even really want to be there. But she signs up anyway just to please her family. And she's thinking, well, I'm never going to get picked anyway, so might as well sign up so they can get off my back. But she does end up getting picked and goes to the palace. And, meets the prince. And you can pretty much guess where it's going from there. I will say that, this book is pretty predictable. I mean, I don't think there's anything in here that I didn't see coming or that didn't surprise me. Or it did surprise me, I mean. So it's pretty predictable. But something about it just grabs your attention and you don't want to put it down. I really like the characters. I liked America, which I don't know why some people don't like America. I've heard some people say they don't like her character. But I thought she was honest and real, and I really liked her. I really enjoyed her character. So I don't know if in the other books, I started reading the second one today. I'm still only like 40 pages into it. But I don't know if in the other books she does something where that makes people not like her. But I really like her character. I thought she was real and honest. And yeah. So I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, especially considering this is not the typical, fast-paced action adventure book, fantasy type book that I like, because I like more fantasy, more action. And this definitely wasn't that. But surprisingly, I did like it a lot. But I think it's because of the characters. I like the characters a lot. I like Maxim a lot. I thought he was really sweet, and I really like seeing him in America together. So yeah. So my iPad is about to cut off on me like it usually does. So I will see you guys in part 2, and I'll show you the last book that I read. So see you guys soon. Bye.